Welcome everyone to my 2024 NFL predictions. And I'm going to give you a warning real quick. If you do not want the season to get spoiled for you, do not watch this video because I may or may not be from the future and already see how the season goes out. I'm telling you, this is the most accurate shit you're going to see on the internet. So quickly, we're going to rank every single division and which teams will and will not make the playoffs. From there, we're going to go into a playoff bracket where I'm going to predict every single matchup in the playoffs until we reach the Super Bowl. So let's get into it. Okay, so I was looking on the internet for a reference photo of all the divisions so I can rank them, but then this pops up. It might look alright, but you start dissecting this shit. Like, what the hell is this? Starting with the AFC Conference. We are going to start with the AFC North. The AFC North is good, everyone knows this, but I have the Steelers coming in fourth. The QB situation is not good. I just don't trust the rest of the team. I really don't care about their team. So I'm going to have them last in the division. Next up, the Cincinnati Bengals come in third. As the season begins, they got everything good right now. They got all their players they need. No one's hurt. They're doing fine. So Cincy, you get Gold Star. You're making the playoffs. Gold Star means you're making the playoffs from now on. All right. Next up in the division, I got the Cleveland Browns. They're good. They're good. Y'all got to stop. We know they've been shit all their lives, but you guys got to stop. They may have got slapped in the playoffs, but their defense is still good. All right. Boom. You're getting a gold star, Cleveland. Let's go. And first in the AFC North is going to be the Baltimore Ravens. This team's just good. They're too good. It's disgusting. There's nothing to say about it. Like, they got Derrick Henry now. They got everyone you need. They got everyone you need to make a superstar team. So, boom. Gold star for you, Baltimore. That's 3 teams out of the North getting a gold star. All right. AFC East is next. And dead last is the New England Patriots. Next up, third place. This is where it gets dicey because the division's good. The division's good. But I got the New York Jets in third. I don't really believe in them as much as people say. Aaron Rodgers hasn't been good in like 3 seasons, and his last MVP was definitely a Make-A-Wish MVP. Sorry, but it's the truth. So the Jets go in third. No gold star for them. Next up, this is where it gets freaky out. I'm going to put the Buffalo Bills second in the division. Everyone knows they got Josh Allen, right? He's a good player, yo. I'm not saying he's not. But the rest of their team is ass. I feel like their chemistry is not good. And I'm a big believer in chemistry in all of football, not even the NFL. Your team, you got to be clicking. I feel like this team's pretty much brand new and their moral is down in the fucking dirt because of injuries and all that BS. So the Buffalo Bills are going to second place. Get this, without a gold star. Which means, that's right, the Miami Dolphins win the East for the first time. Fuck, I don't know when. But I think they got it. Their offense is too good. I think everyone's giving them too much shit because they can only win against bad teams last season. But hey, wins are wins, alright? And they're going to get enough wins to get the motherfucking East. So, that's my AFC East predictions. Next up, we got the AFC South. Now, this division might get a little freaky. In last place, I got the Tennessee Titans. They're just not good. They're just not good. They're just not good. Third in the South, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a fall off from these pussies. Literal pussies. No, I think they're all right. T-Law is receivers. I don't even know. They got Christian Kirk. That's it. I don't know who the hell else. Defense is all right. Next up, second place. This is where it gets weird. I got the Indianapolis Colts. And they get a gold star. Let's go. Let's fucking go. They're making the playoffs as a wild card team because the Houston Texans are going to beat them. But I think that the Colts are mad underrated. You know, they were a game against the Houston Texans from winning the division last year. Like, are you serious? And now they're getting Anthony Richardson back, and he's fucking cracked out of his mind, yo. I'm just feel passionate about this. Like, I feel it. I feel it in my heart. So yeah, that leaves the Houston Texans getting first in the division. They're good. They're good. I don't feel as passionate about them as I do about the Colts, but I feel good about them. They're just a good team. Their offense is, they get a gold star. Which brings us to the AFC West. Last place in the West, going to the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos are not good. They got to get situated with their QB. It happens with every team. They're going to go shitty. They're going to be like, oh my God, this QB is ass. And then they're going to start warming up in the year or two to come. You just got to deal with it, Denver. It's all right. Third in the AFC West, LA Chargers. Listen, they just got the boy Jim. I love the boy Jim, but he's just not going to, he can't elevate that team enough to make them playoff team. They're ass. All right, second in the division is going to be the Las Vegas Raiders. And I don't think they're going to be second because they did good. I think it's because the other teams in the division is ass, which leaves the Kansas City Chiefs at the top of the AFC West for the fucking 80th year in a row. But that's all right. It's going to be like that for a while, so you guys just got to get used to it. All right, on to the NFC. And we're going to start with the West this time instead of ending with it. So, last place in the West, I got the Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks are not good. Stop thinking that they're a sleeper team. They're trash. The only good player they have is DK Metcalf. Their QB sucks. Defense is mediocre at best. They're not good. Next up, third in the NFC West is the Arizona Cardinals. Sleeper team, yo. Sleeper team. Like, I could see them getting into the playoffs. I could. But I don't. They've been building up their team with draft picks, but I don't think they have it in them yet. They might need 2 more drafts to get shit cooking. Second in the West, the LA Rams. This team is awesome. They got Matt Stafford, who's a fucking gunslinger. They got Puka Nacua, who's the greatest rookie receiver in a bajillion years. They got Kyron Williams. They got Blake Corum now. And they don't got the best defense, but with their offense, if they can just run up the score every game, they'll be good. In the LA Rams, I'm giving you guys gold star. You're making the playoffs. Wild card team, though, because the San Francisco 49ers are going to take the West as they should. They got a top 3 player in probably every position. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, if I was a 49ers fan and y'all didn't win the Super Bowl, I'd kill my. So 49ers, you get a gold star. Next up, NFC South. Now let's start off with the 4th spot where we have the Carolina Panthers. Their offense is not built. Their O-line is not built. I could honestly see them having the worst record again. Next up, we have the New Orleans Saints. I don't think the New Orleans Saints know what the hell is going on with their corporation. I saw a graph. I'm going to pull up the graph right now. The average ticket to a New Orleans Saints game is like $40. Like, that's embarrassing, yo. Second in the NFC South, falling short of the playoffs, is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think with the more competitiveness that this division has, they might slip up a couple games that they shouldn't, causing them to get the 2nd spot in the South, which will give the Falcons the number 1 spot, sealing up this division. As they finally have a QB that's actually pretty good. They got a goated running back. Their defense is really good. They got very good corners, a very good secondary. The only thing I don't trust is the receivers. I could just be a hater, but I don't really believe Drake London is all that. So the Falcons get a gold star to make it to the playoffs. Next up, NFC East. This division's weird. It's freaky. I don't like it. Last place in the NFC East is going to the New York Football Giants. This team is ass. They're so ass. I hate this team. I have no reason to hate this team, but I hate them. Next up, we have the Washington Commander Redskins. This team could be sneaky. This is another sneaky team. I really think Jaden Daniels is the shit, but I don't think he can elevate this team enough to make it the shit. I think they're the fart, as Ice Spice would say it. Shout out to Ice. Call me. But next up, 2nd place in the division, we got the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are good, and people need to stop saying that they're not making the playoffs or falling off. They had 1 shitter in the playoffs last year, but other than that, in the regular season, they were good. They were a good team, and I have them gold star making the playoffs as a wildcard team because the Philadelphia Eagles are taking the NFC East. I think they're good. I think that whatever shitter that they had at the end of the season, it was really bad. It was almost sickening to look at. But I still think they're the shit. If you look at this team's roster, they're disgusting. They're disgusting. Good defense, good O-line, good running back now with Saquon, good QB, good receivers, good everything. They should be really good. So that's wrapping it up for the NFC East. Next up, NFC North. And here's the thing. People think that this division is going to go this way or this way or that way or that way or that way. People need to get this straight, all right? We're going to go straight to the fucking point. Lions are winning the division. Stop thinking otherwise. They're winning. They're too good. Their roster is fucking awesome. They have a fucking awesome head coach. They have a fucking awesome team. This is my team, if you couldn't tell. But anyway, let's back up. Let's go to the 4th spot in the North, where we're going to have the Minnesota Vikings. This team doesn't really know what they are, and you can just tell that by looking at them, especially with JJ McCarthy out. They don't have a chance to develop him, which gives them a bad run for next year as well. So I think they're going to be a shitter team. Next up, third place in the division, going to the Green Bay Packers. Here's the thing, yo. No gold star. I have the Green Bay Packers low-key falling off. I think some people need to get some shit straight. Green Bay Packers are not a Super Bowl team. Here's the thing, all right? If they win the Super Bowl this year, I will do whatever the top comment says. I don't care. Does anyone not remember them losing to the Giants in like week 14 or something? The Giants, the New York Football Giants. Are you fucking serious? But next up, we have the Chicago Bears. Here's the thing about the Bears. I hate the Bears, but I know ball, and I see the Bears making the playoffs. I think if Caleb Williams is what they say, this team's offense is going to be nutty. And this team's defense is already pretty good. Their run defense is really good. I'm not 100% sure about their pass defense, but the team can be good if Caleb Williams can elevate them. But we just got to see how that goes. All right, now that we lost all the fans whose teams won't make the playoffs, let's move on to the big boy, big ball shit. So these are all the teams that are making the playoffs, but you don't know what the seeding is. And that's what we're going to get into right now. So starting off with the AFC side, we got the 2-seeded Chiefs taking on the 7-seeded Colts, the 3-seeded Dolphins taking on the 6-seeded Bengals, and the 4-seeded Texans taking on the 5-seeded Browns, which leaves the Baltimore Ravens as the 1 seed once again. All right, now on the NFC side, we got the 2nd-seeded 49ers versus the 7th-seeded Bears, the 3-seed Eagles versus the 6-seed Cowboys, and the 4-seed Falcons versus the 5-seed Rams, which leaves the big nuts, big balls, Dan Campbell-led Detroit Lions as the 1 seed in the NFC. So going back to the top left, Colts versus Chiefs. I have the Kansas City Chiefs making it. Why wouldn't they? They're too good. They're too good. For the Colts to have a chance, Anthony Richardson has to go nuts, bonkers. But other than that, I just don't see it. Next up, Bengals versus Dolphins. Tua has yet to win a NFL playoff game, and I don't see it happening this year. I have the Bengals winning, going on to face the Ravens in the divisional round. Then comes the Texans versus the Browns in a wild card rematch from last year, and I see the same result happening. The Texans beating the Browns to face the Baltimore Ravens in the divisional. Now, coming over to the NFC side, we got the San Francisco 49ers versus the Chicago Bears. I think the Bears are going to be good, but I don't see them being that good. I have them taking over the Bears as they should. Their team is literally off a Percocet, and they should win this game. Now, Eagles versus Cowboys. This would be the 3rd time that they match up and play against each other in the season. It's a matter of what team has the energy and power to play through and win this game, and I think it's going to be the Eagles, which would lead them to play the 49ers in the divisional round. Now, Falcons versus Rams. This would be a good-ass game in the playoffs. But it's going to happen because, I like time travel and shit. But I do have the Atlanta Falcons beating the Rams in maybe an upset? I don't really know. Now, these 8 lovely teams matching up in the divisional round. And we're going to start off with the Ravens versus Bengals. This will be the 3rd time that these teams play together. But I think the Ravens just get it done. They're too good. Like I said, you just can't beat them. So the Ravens are going to take it to the AFC Championship again. Now we got the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Houston Texans. What a matchup, you're thinking. And I wanna be an oddball. I really do. But there's no way the Chiefs don't make it to an AFC Championship. They've made it for like the past, bajillion years. So that's gonna lead to a rematch in the AFC Championship round with the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. But before we get ahead of ourselves, we're going to go on to the NFC side, where we got the Lions versus the Falcons. Now, the Falcons, I think they give the Rams a run for their money. But when they face the Lions, I don't think they have it in them, which means the Lions are going to go to their 2nd straight NFC Championship match. Then, the 49ers face the Eagles at Santa Clara. And I told you guys, this is the future. This isn't my predictions. This is the future. The Eagles will beat the 49ers in their own house. How fucking disrespectful. And go on to the NFC Championship match. So now 4 teams remain. The Ravens versus the Chiefs and the Eagles versus the Lions. How will this play through? On the AFC side, these guys played the same game last year, and for some reason I don't see the same result happening. Baltimore Ravens are a little bit too tougher and are going to progress to the Super Bowl. Finally, Lamar Jackson could stop having to stick up his ass. Now the NFC. Lions, Eagles. What a matchup. What an offensive shootout. But at the end of the day, the Detroit Football Lions are going to the Super Bowl. Let's fucking go. Now we have a Detroit Lions Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl. Holy shit, it's what we wanted last year, and we're getting it this year. It's going to be absolutely generational. Now, let me paint out this picture for you. Baltimore Ravens 28, Detroit Lions 23. Don't ask how they got 23. 4 minutes left on the clock. The Lions are scurrying for a touchdown. They need it to have a chance of winning the game. How will they do it? A Jared Goff absolute dime ski straight to Jameson Williams after his breakout fucking season for a nice 22-yarder, 29-28. Guess what? They go for 2 because it's fucking Dan Campbell we're talking about. And why wouldn't he? It put them up 3. So they go for it. Quick drag route to Laporta. 31-28. The crowd's fucking livid. But the Baltimore Ravens got 4 minutes left. And what did they do? They have a shitter on the field. Lamar throws 3 incomplete passes, giving the Lions the ball back. And what do? They run it down their fucking throats and win their first Super Bowl. And let me tell you something. The whole city of Michigan, what the f***? The whole state of Michigan is going to go absolutely berserk. Shit you'll never see in movies. Interstellar won't have the type of shit going on. But yes, the Detroit Lions are going to win Super Bowl 59. But yeah, that's going to be it for the NFL 2024-2025 season. Notice how I didn't say predictions because this will be happening. Like, it's not, stop laughing. It's not a joke, bro. No, but for real, if you guys think I got anything wrong, put down in the comments below what do you think I got wrong and what do you think I got right. And also, go comment your favorite team while you're at it, because I want to see all the fans go berserk in the comments. I can't lie. I want you guys to comment crazy on this video. Also, there's no other NFL-related content on my channel, but I do gaming videos. So if you guys want to check those out, those are on the screen right now. Also, the subscribe button's there. Don't forget. Press that bitch. But other than that, can't wait to see y'all again when you come back to this video in February after you realize that I was completely correct. So, I will see y'all in the next one.